profit, the amount of money you have left from some earning after you take after you remove your expenses. Yeah. After paying all expenses. That's kind of where I was getting at with that little thing about life earlier. It was how much profit I have left is after I pay all my bills is not that much. It's like, it's not that much, okay? I can't go to Hawaii at the end of the year on the money that I have left over in my bank account, darn it. I'd have to save for quite a long time. And I'd have to be cheap. I'd have to eat a lot of beans and rice. So, but profit is the amount of money left after paying all expenses. In a business, in a situation where it would be like a YouTuber, what kind of expenses might a YouTuber have? What's that? The camera, yeah, absolutely. And maybe they're paying a little bit every month on a credit card for that camera, right? Kind of like a loan on a house or a car. It could be, yeah. What other expenses maybe? Yeah. Taxes? Like for income taxes? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Jack, did you know that? No, I think YouTube pays them.
Yeah, YouTube pays them.
Yeah, I think YouTube pays them for numbers of hits or
If
whatever.
they do like makeup like videos or something, like they'll have to pay for like their products.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. So like if they're doing like a product review or something, do you know the kid that makes the most, the YouTuber that makes the most money, I just read an article about this a couple days ago, is a 7-year-old. His name is Ryan, and he reviews toys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that.
He made like 22 million last year. Yeah, it's crazy. This little 7-year-old with his parents, they review toys. And they're making a fortune. So the reason we came up with the YouTube question is this. When I was a kid, I had a paper route. I threw papers, and at the end of every month, I had to go door to door, knock on the doors, and go, hey, it's time to pay your $4. No joke. 100 houses every month. I had to go to 100 houses. Some paid in the office, but a lot of them didn't. And I'd have to find them when they were home, knock on the door, and go, hey, I'm here to collect for the newspaper. And some of them gave me a pretty hard time about it. It's like, I don't have $4 right now. Yeah, well, I'm not going to have the paper for you next Wednesday. How's that? Right? It taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about dealing with people. Because I tell you what, the first time I knocked on some houses, I was terrified. Because I'm not really the extrovert that some people might think that I am. So, but you guys can't do that, right? Who's got a paper route in here? Nobody, right? And in fact, maybe a better question is how many of your parents actually still get a paper? Probably a few of you, but not that many. Yeah, it's not that big a deal anymore. Everybody gets it on their little phone. So, yeah, profit is the amount of money after paying taxes. And if you're doing YouTube, your profit's going to be what you earn after you make the payment for the camera, or the product that you had to buy to do the review, or maybe you hired your friends to help you out. Maybe you have to pay them a little bit. Or maybe you say, hey, Aiden, you and I, man, let's make a really killer video, and I'll split the costs with you.
Oh yeah.
Right? So, or I'll split the earnings with you. So if I'm the one doing the money part of it, then you're one of my expenses. I got to pay you half. Yeah?
Editor.
Editor? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because a good YouTube video would have to be edited well, right? Or not, I don't know. If it's, some dog doing something stupid, then maybe the editing isn't really all that important. But yeah, so profit. Everybody understand profit? Okay, I think there's a profit question on the test. All right, let's look at a couple other things, and then we need to get on to the quiz. So here's what I want you to do today, and we need to perhaps throw some more things into our notes. If you switch to page 31, go to page 31. Let's mark down what I want you to do today. We're not going to do all of it. We just don't have the time for it. But we are going to do the parts that are most important that you will get quizzed on or tested on. Okay. All right. I am thinking of a number that is at least 13. So we're going to do all of these guys right here, 1 through 10 on page 31, and number 12. Skip number 11. We'll probably look at 12 together, but let's mark the problems that we're going to do today. So really, it's all of this page except 11. We're going to skip page 32. So that's a big nope. Okay. On 33, I want you to do problems 1 and 2. Got those marked? 33 is 1 and 2. And on 34, just pay problems 3 and 4. We're going to skip 5 and 6. Okay? Bless you. 35 we're going to skip. 37. I guess it jumps to 37. I don't have a 36. 37 we're going to skip. On 38, we need to do the set. 3, 4, 5, and 6. We won't do the 2 problems above it. So page 38, not the word problems, but 3, 4, 5, and 6. 39. We're going to do, how about let's not do 13. And let's not do 15 and 16. So we're going to do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 14. And that's it, which is still quite a lot. Let's look at some problems. Did everybody get that last bit? That last page? Everything but 13, 15, and 16 is really what that last page is. Okay. So I'm thinking of a number that is at least 13. How can I write this as an expression, a math sentence? Greater to or equal than? I agree. So x is greater or equal than what? Than 13, yes. At least indicates that it can be 13, right? Or more, at least. I'm thinking of a number that is no fewer than 13. Okay. It's no fewer than. It can't be less than 13. This is actually the same. These are saying the same thing. X is great. It's no fewer than 13. So if I said, I have a classroom that has no fewer than 13 students in it, how many students do I have? 13 or more, right? 13 or more. Yeah. I'm thinking of a number that does not exceed 13. Is it less than, or can it be equal to? It does not exceed. I agree it's less than, but could it be less than or equal to? Shelley's Yeah, shaking her head. I agree with. Yeah. X is less than or equal to 13. I'm thinking of a number that is at most 13. Yeah, it's another, it's the same, right? X is less than or equal to 13. So these two are two ways of saying the same thing. I'm thinking of a number that is no more than 13. I think you're right. I think this one's also X is less than or equal to 13. Right? It's not more than, but it doesn't say that it can't be 13, right? I'll let you guys finish those up. I want to look at 12 with you, though. Oh my gosh. Oh wait, this is Wednesday. The average of Aaron's 3 test scores must be at least 93 to earn an A in a class. This is another question there's a question like this on the test. Okay? It's not this question, but it's like it. He has to have at least a 93 to earn an A in the class. Aaron scored an 89 on the first test and a 94 on the second test. What scores can Aaron get on his third test to guarantee an A in the class? Now, this says the highest possible score is 100. I think that's an assumption you have to make every time, okay, even if it doesn't say it. What's the most you can get on a test? 100. 100, okay. So, how do I solve this? What does he want? Averaging test scores. He wants a 93, right? Could it be more than a 93? So it has to be, so his test scores have to be greater than or equal to 93. Now, what are his test scores? 89, 94, and I add those up, right? And we don't know what the third test score is, right? So what value do we assign that? X, good. And what do we divide by? Because the averaging always has a division part to it. Exactly. How many numbers are we adding together? How many tests is he going to have? He's going to have 3. So the question is, what does he have to get on the third one, right? We don't know, but we're going to find out. So yeah, it's how many numbers are you adding? You divide by that. So to solve this problem, what do I do? Multiply by 3, good. So is that 279? Yeah? I'm pretty sure it's 279. So then I've got 89 plus 94 plus x. What else would we do here?
You would add 89 and 94 and then you subtract the number you got.
I like that idea. Do we have to put them together, or could I subtract them separately?
You could subtract them separately.
We could. We could subtract them separately, but I like putting them together. So 89 and 94, what is that, 183? And then we would subtract the 189. I'm sorry, the 183. Right? Now, have I divided or multiplied by a negative? Right, so no change, right? No change. So x is greater than or equal to, what is that?
96.
96? Are you sure?
160.
279.
Never mind.
Yeah, it is 96. It just didn't look like it would be to me. Okay. So for Aaron to get an A in the class, he has to have a 96 or higher. That's what the X is. 96 or better on the last test.